Who can actually stop Peterbot and Pollo? Peterbot and Pollo are on one of the most dominant runs in Fortnite history right now, winning back-to-back FNCSs, winning 5+ duo cash cups, and looking like the undisputed best team in the world. But in today's video, I want to go over a couple of different teams that could stop this team from being able to win the LAN event that is happening in 2 months' time. I'm also including EU players on this list, so this is not just NA players only. Hitting 100,000 subscribers would be like winning FNCS to me. So if you want me to be able to win FNCS, please subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Use code KDOG in the Fortnite item shop if you want to support me even more. Follow me on my Twitter at KDOG to keep up to date with all Fortnite competitive news. Without further ado though, let's get straight into today's video. Alright, so we gotta start off with the current best players on EU, and that is Vico and Flixie. Now Vico and Flixie are honestly kind of known as like the Peterbot and Pollo of EU. They had an absolutely insane season. They won 3 straight duo cash cups as well as winning FNCS Grand Finals. This was by far the most dominant team on EU this season, and they did all of this at Reckless Railways, which is known as a drop spot that is kind of more just like average and everything like that. And when you're going into a LAN event, if you're a good team, you'll have a better chance to be able to get an uncon good POI instead of an uncon great POI. Like if we're being real right now, there is no way that Peterbot and Pollo would be able to get redline rigged completely uncontested at a LAN event. I don't think every single region is just going to like bow down to Peterbot and Pollo like how NA has done over the last couple of seasons. So if Vico and Flixie sticks to their strategies of just kind of claiming like a mid-tier to good POI, and obviously they've proved that they can place well out of it, then I think this team has a very good chance to dethrone them at LAN. These guys are kind of looked like as the heroes of Fortnite right now, since a lot of people say that like Peterbot's the villain. A lot of people want Vico and Flixie to take down Peterbot and Pollo. After I go over all of these, let me know in the comment section down below which ones you guys agree with and who you actually think can take down Peterbot. Next up though, we have Cold and Acorn. Now the reason why Cold and Acorn are up here is because they've literally won an FNCS while contested before. They just placed 3rd place in FNCS Grand Finals, and in the very last LAN event they placed 6th. So this team already has LAN experience together. They've proven they can be good at LAN, and they've proven that they can like place in FNCS no matter what the circumstances are. I said this in one of my older videos, but I feel like this is a top 3 team going into global championships now. You guys have probably heard the story a lot by now that like Cold just doesn't grind the game as much. So hopefully he is fully motivated going into global championships, and this team is able to put in the hours, and they should already be one of the most feared teams in the world since they have Cold on it, who is just known as one of the best fighters in the world. So I think Cold and Acorn have a real chance to take them down. Next up, I have Clix and Vino. Now Clix and Vino were supposed to be the team to take down Peterbot and Pollo this season, and they clearly failed at that. But it was because in Grand Finals they kind of switched their whole in-game strategy. They weren't really going for height at all. They were playing more of a mid-ground layer, and so we didn't even really get to see the battle of high ground all that much. But Clix and Vino were able to win a duo cash cup this season. They also were able to place 4th place in Grand Finals. They were one of the only teams to be able to steal away a duo cash cup win from Peterbot and Pollo recently. We both know how crazy Vino is at LAN, and we saw Clix at LAN I'm pretty sure like 2 years ago now. But these are both some of the just most experienced players in the game. They might be one of the most experienced teams going into the LAN event because Vino has played so many LANs already, and Clix literally played World Cup, which is like 7 years ago now. Obviously the pressure is going to be on for this team, but if anyone that can handle it, it is definitely them. The 4th team I have is Malibuca and Mustache. Now this is one of the most consistent teams over like the last couple of years. Malibuca and Mustache won last season's FNCS Grand Finals, and I'm pretty sure they just finished in like 4th this season. If you ask an EU fan like who the top 3 teams are, this is probably going to be a team in everybody's top 3. They are another one of those teams that can just land anywhere basically and be able to pull off a good performance. I know a lot of people hate this word, but they are able to also adapt to almost any situation you put them in. Malibuca also won the Gamers 8 LAN event with Epic Whale, so he is already a LAN winner, so the pressure shouldn't really get to him too much here. I feel like this is a team that could 100% win globals, and this is also a team that seems to grind the game a lot. So I mean, I'm not really worried about this team like taking it easy until globals or anything like that. I feel like they're going to be on their A game, and this is a team that could no doubt top 3. All right, next one actually isn't a person. It is actually Peterbot and Pollo themselves. Now I feel like this is a very real possibility that we have to think of, and that the nerves could just get to Peterbot. Peterbot is definitely the most accused cheater of all time in Fortnite. Whether you think he cheats or not, this LAN event is basically going to carry the Peterbot narrative for like literally like the next couple of months to a year to whenever the next LAN is. If he's able to place well and get like top 5, top 10 in this, then the cheating accusations have to completely die. But if they like completely go out there there and just flop, and Peterbot's missing shots, and he just doesn't look as dominant of a player as he does at home, then he's just never going to beat the cheating allegations, whether he likes it or not. So I mean, believe it or not, this team really does have a lot to prove out there. This is obviously one of the most consistent teams in FNCS online tournaments, but when it comes to LAN events, neither of them have really shown that they can place well there. So they both have a lot to prove. We've already seen Peterbot playing in multiple duo cash cups, qualifying for over 3 of them after FNCS Grand Finals ended. So it looks like Peterbot is still as motivated as ever, and he's not just like going on a break now or anything. It looks like both of them want to be able to do good at LAN, but you have to give it a real possibility since both of these players are still really young and they don't have like crazy experience or anything like that things could go wrong fast and their nerves could get to them. If you're wondering why I don't have any like smaller region players on here, like players from like Asia or Brazil or other teams like that, I just don't think these teams are going to get the respect they deserve going into LAN, and I think they're just all going to have to contest something, and it's just going to be a big grief fest for them. The only teams that I really think are going to get uncon POIs are big name teams on like EU and NA. So I mean, if you're wondering why I don't have your favorite like Asia or Middle East pro on here, that is the main reason. The last EU team I have on this list is Cammy and Seti. Now Cammy and Seti have to be known as some of the best LAN players in the game also. This team really struggled in the last FNCS. They were honestly kind of just getting dominated off spawn. A lot of people are saying that's going to hurt their reputation going forwards, and people won't really be scared to contest them anymore. So I mean, I'm very curious to hear your guys' thoughts about this in the comment section down below. This team did get 3rd place in Grand Finals 2 seasons ago to be able to qualify for globals though. So I don't want people to just think this is some like Mickey Mouse team or anything like that. These are some of the smartest players in the game and some of the players that have been on top for the longest. I think this team has a real chance to either top 5 or you could see a repeat of what happened in Grands. And I definitely do think a smaller region team might contest them. And I mean, it's honestly just a 50-50 chance on what's going to happen from there. All right, finally, we got Booga. Now, Booga is coming for that GOAT title since both Tayson and Miro failed to qualify for globals. This is really Booga's chance to be able to cement himself as the all-time GOAT now. And I think a way that he is going to be able to do that is by either placing top 5 at globals, or if he wins globals, he is 100% the undisputed GOAT. He should be more motivated than ever because of this. And I mean, believe it or not, Booga really hasn't had the best LAN placement since World Cup, so he is definitely going to be out there with something to prove. Him and Aviv have placed top 5 in almost every single tournament this season, it feels like. So I mean, I just had to include Booga on this list. Let me know in the comment section down below any players I missed. I bet there is a bunch of them. I'm going to be making a way too early FNCS Globals prediction video soon, so comment down below some names I can include into that video. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Remember, we're trying to hit 100,000 subs by the end of the year. Follow me on my Twitter at ChiliKDog to keep up to date with all of my future videos. Use code KDog on the Fortnite item shop if you want to support me even more. YouTube says you'll enjoy one of these 2 videos up on the screen right here, so go check them out if you haven't already. Thank God for another day, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.